Lion Golf Academy members, good day. Happy Sunday. It's a relaxed day. We're not going to be really doing a swing evaluation on anybody. We're just going to be sitting back, enjoying the Sunday afternoon. I got my Estrella Galicia, beautiful beer. We're going to pop open the beer. We're going to watch this. It's a 30-minute video. It's Shell's Wonderful World of Golf with Gary Player and the great Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer was 65 in this video. Gary Player was 60. I thought this would be good because I'm going to be there shortly, but a lot of you guys fall in this age range, and we're going to watch golf and see how they actually play at this age. So, without further ado, if you do like this, hit that like, share, subscribe. And if you're new to this channel, we do videos every single day on golf, most specifically how the golf swing works. But let's have some fun today, and let's watch two of the best.
I refer to these guys as Arnold and Gary, and that's the way it'll always be because that's how big they are to the game of golf. Gary, could you ever imagine that it would last so long?
Dave, I say thank you every day. When I think of other sportsmen who've been champions at their respective sports, all finished usually at an average age of 30, and here's Arnold, 65 or 75, I'm not sure, strong as a lion. I'm 60, still going. No, we got a lot to be grateful for this wonderful game of golf.
Arnold, y'all have been friends and fierce competitors for so many years. What about the association with Gary all these years?
Well, of course, Gary has displayed some of the greatest golf in the world. The things that he's done and contributed to the game are just fantastic. It's been a great association for me, whether it be doing a television show or whether it be playing in a tournament. We've both had our ups and downs, but generally, as you say, we've lasted a long time, and it's really been fun. I'm most thankful for the fact that we are both here, able to play, and enjoy this great game.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And today's match will be stroke play over 18 holes, and if the match is tied, they will split the purse. Today, handling the rules for us from the Senior PGA Tour, longtime friend of mine, Brian Naughton. Now flip the coin now. Gary, as the visitor, you call it, and you get your choice of whether you want to hit first.
I'll take tails. It's heads. So what is the deal now?
He gets a choice.
I'm surprised he hasn't got that dollar in his pocket already.
Well, I was thrown by the fact that you lost. It's so rarely that you lose. But I'm going to let you lead the way.
Okay, thanks, man.
Good luck to both of you. All right.
Well, they're two fellas that know each other. The first hole here, David, a par 4.
And a very nice one to open up this wonderful golf course at 370 yards. Obviously, you try to avoid the bunkering on the right-hand side with your drive. The fairway does slope that way a little bit, but with a good drive in the fairway, you've got a 9-iron or a pitching wedge into a green today where the flagstick is positioned.
So we're going to kind of keep a track of how hard they hit it. So 370, par 4. Might be a little long for somebody this age, but I think it's a good set of tees. So if you are
in the middle, but the right side, bringing those bunkers into play.
The right side is the place to stay away from.
That's right. And this is Gary Player.
So it's going to be interesting because I know that Gary used to fall back a lot, but at some point in his career, he changed his swing to fall forward. So I would assume, I've never seen this, I would assume that he is going to get his weight going left, pass, and have the walk.
The honor, this for the driver.
Not quite a walkthrough, but there's definitely more lean towards the target. Kind of like what we saw about a week ago when I did something on Gary Player. We saw him really hang back in his younger days.
Great shot, Gary.
Well, it's taking a bounce to the right, and it is in that fairway bunker.
Well, he's pretty good out of bunkers, Jack, but I don't know about this shot he has now.
There it is. Now Arnold.
Look at the size of that club head. I mean, that's, these kids today don't realize how hard those drivers were to hit. And this is 30 years ago. They were tiny. So for all you guys watching that are 60 years now, you remember the struggles back in the days when you had that persimmon-headed club or that steel-headed club just as big as the golf ball. It was brutal.
No mistaking that swing.
It's all his own, and I tell you, through the years, he's been a marvelous driver, and it's a good one up the left side, Jack.
He kept it in the right place. All right, here's the money breakdown. The winner gets $100,000. Second place, $50,000. The tie will result in an even split.
Gary's got to watch the lip of this bunker now.
So Gary hit that 270. Pretty solid there.
Now, this is 101 yards with a pitching wedge, so it shouldn't be a problem. He caught that a little heavy, and it's going to come up short. Now he's got a very difficult little pitch there. You can see he's kind of taking a little swing, but that's if you miss it, you first must get it out. Arnold Palmer.
272. That's pretty solid. 270 yards with that equipment 30 years ago. Obviously, the balls weren't as good as they are today. 65 years old, bombing at 270. Man.
Same distance, practically 100 yards, also a pitching wedge. Sounded a little heavy. Well, good shot, though.
That's about as far as I can move that club. I thought it might be a little less than we needed.
Well, but he played on the right side then. All right, player now. This is one that will test him. He's a wonderful short game player generally.
They hit the flag softly, didn't even go in.
Well, it looked like the flagstick kept that one out. Almost a 3, but a nice 4 for Gary. Look at the reaction.
Gary.
I wonder if that pin, it looked like it was steel pin, but if that pin was a graphite pin, it probably would have went in.
I see a little of the magic is still around.
So far. Well, I was really thrilled with that shot, Dave. Had a pitch it just in the right spot, and I had a nice lie there, you know.
What about Arnold's putt here? What do you think he's going to do?
Well, Arnold's putt should break very little there, maybe a fraction right to left. There's not much break in it. He had a nice second shot there.
Only a little short. Well, first putt of the day sometimes is that way.
Yeah, that's right. It's I think that, you know, Arnold and I have both been chargers all our lives. You know, we always charge the putt, and I think speed is such an important part. For the average golfer playing golf would just think more speed would help their putting a lot.
Yeah, he's totally correct. Speed is your number one friend for putting. It's distance control. Don't worry about the line. It's about distance control. If you can control your distance, you more than likely start to two-putt a lot more.
So a par for Arnold. And after one hole, Arnold Palmer even, Gary Player even.
This is a very strong one, though, Jack, different than the first, which is very simple. Just the one bunker to avoid on your drive, 420 yards. Your second shot is going to be played uphill to a green that is beautifully situated, very near a lot of trouble on the left side. And this green has 2 levels to it. So with the flagstick on the back level today, you better take one more club than you're used to taking.
Well, the players have already hit their drives.
Gary Player from 173 yards with a 3-iron, going a little against the wind and a little bit uphill. Well, he hit it solid. He's got to like that, I would think. What a nice shot by Gary Player.
Thank you.
So it's probably 173 he's uphill, maybe a little humid over there. It's probably playing about 195, maybe 200 all in. 3-iron, it's pretty good for 60 years old. Striping a 3-iron, almost 200.
Played long. They played long. I hit that 3-iron pretty well.
Arnold with the same club from basically the same distance. Arnold, I'd say, is a club longer with his iron, so this is the proper club.
Look at that thing drop.
That looks very good indeed.
I mean, just look at the quality of shots. We have a 60 and a 65-year-old both striping 3-irons. pretty solid up the hill. Nice draws. You saw that. That's like 2 cookie cutter shots, but obviously they were the best in the world in their generation. So you can see how it doesn't necessarily leave you, although your swing obviously doesn't get as strong. Your twitch speed slows down. Your hand-eye coordination might start to get a little bit south. Rotation might decline over the years, but man, you just cannot take out what they have instilled in the neurological. So it's beautiful. These are like 1 out of 200 shots for me.
Almost got it back there by the flagstick, but the advantage Palmer here.
What'd you hit, Muff? What iron? You?
And the crowd.
He should have just said, I hit the 1 iron and, did the 1 finger salute. That would have been hilarious.
Moves up to the second hole where Gary has a putt of some 50 or 60 feet, which is very difficult when you're starting out and you really don't have your speed down. He's got to putt up over this hill and have a big break to the right once it reaches there.
Whoa.
Yeah, they let that one get away from him. That's what I mean. Early in the morning, and you haven't really had a long putt yet. Arnold, of course, has to have learned from that.
What do we say about Green?
Ooh, looks good.
Oh, what a putt, eh?
Wasn't even close, was it?
There's the par for Arnold.
You can see he doesn't need the money.
Wasn't even close.
Is there a one-word description about how that stayed out?
Yes, but I can't say it on your microphone.
Man alive. Did you learn a little something from Gary's first putt?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, it was not as slow as it might have been coming up that hill. It was pretty fast, and particularly after it got over the top of the mound.
And 3 putts for Gary Player for a bogey.
I think that's probably one of the hardest things that they had to adjust to. If you look at their jabby stroke, they needed to be jabby in their time because the green speeds were so slow and bumpy. They had to get through that grain. But as conditions got better, as they got older, now they had to learn how to not be so jabby and be more pendulum-like. That must have been very hard for them. But you can still see, I mean, they made it work.
And at the end of 2 holes, Arnold Palmer even, Gary Player 1 over. And we move to the 3rd hole, the first of the par 3s on this magnificent course. 171 yards, David.
And a beautiful par 3 elevated tee, so it's not going to play, let's say, as long as 171 might play generally. This is 6-iron by Arnold.
Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Oh, beautiful shot by Arnold right over the fence.
It's a beautiful shot. What he's done lately, he's a wonderful driver. His iron play has not been as good as the Arnold that we know. This also a 6.
There's the walkthrough. See that walkthrough?
Gary looked like he came out of his position there a little bit, and of course didn't hit it solid, so he's left himself another long putt, Jack.
But this time Gary was able to get down at 2 for his par, and that left Arnold with a chance to go another stroke up with this birdie attempt. Misread?
I don't believe that. Holy mackerel.
Just blame the caddy, man. We all blame the caddy.
So after 3 holes, Arnold Palmer even, Gary Player +1. Now to the 4th, our first par 5.
And definitely reachable, Jack. The thing that you've got to watch on your drive, there's a bunker almost in the middle of the fairway. You can't see it, but it's just over that little bush.
Got it.
Get on up there.
And it got on up there, and he missed that bunker, so he has a very good chance of getting home in 2 here.
What a great drive. Now Gary.
Bunker should not be as much in play for him. Gary's generally a right-to-left player, so that bunker's just a little bit in the right side of the fairway.
Good drive.
Oh, just missed it, and look at this. Past Mr. Palmer.
Well, there's also a little macho going on out here, you know.
Now for the second shots to this par 5.
And this is such a wonderful view. Arnold first to play, of course. This is a 5-wood from 208 yards. Green down below you. This shows you how much they're really trying. You see him running back, keeping that ball from going to the right.
He's just about hole high in the fringe. In 2, and now Mr. Player.
He loved it. Gary from 204, same club, 5-wood. A little downhill.
Marvelous shot.
Wow, I mean, this is just, it's pretty impressive when you look at this. I mean, that's not an easy golf course at all. And just the way they're striping the golf balls, you know, they're feeding off of each other. Old rivalry. It's actually really,
How about these?
it's really inspiring.
Those are 2 wonderful shots on this par 5.
Now Gary for eagle.
Should break to his right some, Jack.
Well, a nice lag putt for Gary that sets up a birdie for him. And that leaves Arnold here with a chance to gain another stroke. This for eagle.
A little bit downhill. He's just got to get the right line. I don't think he'll have any problem getting to the hole.
No way.
Does he have a sense of the dramatic or what? I mean, it's, you know, he missed a short birdie putt the last hole. Now he rolls him off the green.
So a birdie for Gary Player, an eagle for Arnold Palmer. He is 2 under. Gary is even at the end of 4 holes. And that's the score. Palmer with a 2-stroke lead at the moment.
And with the 3-wood, that's to keep it up on the flat part. Just absolutely perfect. You can see a driver would have gotten you down into that rough area. You don't want a downhill lie here. Gary also with the 3-wood, Jack. Very nice shot also. Not quite as long as Arnold's, but both in ideal position to play the second shot.
We're on the highest point of the course here at Manali Bay, the 5th hole, as Gary prepares for his second shot.
That was a 4-iron from 204 yards, Jack, going a little left. But he misses the green, but that's the side you got to miss on.
It's pretty good. I mean, 4-iron, 204. I know it's downhill. It's probably 180, 185. Still pretty solid. You can see that's pin high, right club. So distance-wise, they're not really suffering as much as you would think. They probably hit it about the same as they did when they're in the 30s and 40s. Obviously, with the equipment, is a little bit better than they played in like the 60s and 70s, but it's still pretty impressive.
The views up here are spectacular.
Oh, yeah, a little bit downhill. I mean, look at that. It looks like they're sitting on the top of the Eiffel Tower or something, so it's definitely a 2-club decrease. So 185 for that 4.
A lot of ocean out there.
Hard to keep your mind on golf, but it's just pretty. Arnold with a 5-iron from 190.
That looks so good.
And he's just off to the left, but no problem. Out hole high. Now player.
This is where he generally shines. He's a wonderful chipper and pitcher and bunker player. Ooh, he caught that a little heavy, it looked like.
Hurry.
Never did get going. Where he's excelled for so many years. Determination.
So if you look, I just want to go back really quick. Sorry to put a dent in this, but I want you to watch his practice motion. So look at
This is
from
where
here on. Watch. There's no body motion at
He
all.
generally shines. He's a wonderful chipper and pitcher and bunker player.
So you see that? We're going to hold it there. There's no body rotation. So if you want to learn anything from this, I like his choice of clubs. I like the length of his motion. However, on the follow through, if you just want to get your body to turn, so you want to turn your body, that's going to help your hands push through, because you can't turn your body and keep your hands behind. Hands will come out a little bit faster. They'll keep up with the body rotation. But if we can learn anything from this.
Ooh, he caught that a little heavy, it looked like.
Hurry.
Never did get going. Where he's excelled for so many years. Determination. And you know they're both trying to beat each other.
Aren't they? Now Arnold with the putter.
Ball should go a little to his right. Watching the players, but it never did go fast enough for him to see what it was going to do exactly.
Oh, my.
Well, you would think with the hill behind him, he was not worried about getting it to the hole, but it just wasn't as fast as he played for.
Wasn't even close, was it?
There's Mark Orlowski, the head professional for the two courses here at Lanai, who has been of inestimable help to all of us. Now Gary.
It's going to break a little to his right, Jack. He started moving right away now. What there? Because you give, just short race here, 18 holes, and all of a sudden you get 3 strokes behind. It's a little tough.
I had a bad pass.
So a bogey for Gary here. At the end of 5 holes of play, Arnold Palmer has a 3-shot lead. And now we move to the 6th hole.
This another par 5 you can reach into, as you could at the first, 531 yards, but it takes 2 big shots.
Players have already hit their tee shots.
Gary's using
What's it got? Driver?
a driver here, Jack, but
yeah.
it's a perfect little kind of type shot for him to play. You want to hit a low left to right.
Work in there. Hey.
What do you mean go fade you?
Oh, work in there, I said.
I guess. Oh, there's your hook. I was going to say, woo. I hope you to say hook. Wasn't that a beautiful shot?
The challenge.
And that was a pretty shot, just like you wanted, a little fade in there. Arnold now from 240. This was a 3-wood. Got plenty of club.
Get up. Go. Get up.
Well, he said it for us. A little bit of a downhill lie. You just can't keep it in the air as long as you need to.
Gary, that was just a 40
So Arnold from the bunker.
It's not an easy bunker shot by any means, but he's been in a lot of bunkers worse than this.
Oh, just made it, but nicely.
Oh, good shot. Yeah.
Great shot.
There on 3 on the par 5. Now player for eagle.
It's up over a hill, and then it should break to his right. Watch this break to the right.
Come on. Come on.
Slow down, Gary. Good roll. Good squeeze, Jack.
Very nice approach, Clark. A birdie here for Gary Player. And now Palmer for birdie. So Gary Player gets one back. Arnold leading by 2 shots after 6 holes. Par 3, 175 yards.
From an elevated tee, flagstick over the right-hand bunker that you see, some 24 feet. This with a 5-iron.
Yeah, there goes that walkthrough. So you can see, and I know he said in an interview the reason why he did that is because all of a sudden people started hitting the ball a little bit further than him, and because of equipment. So he had to figure out, how can I get my club head speed a little bit faster? And he started to walk through, and he noticed he would pick up a club. So ever since then, he was starting to walk through his shots. So if you are struggling with some distance, take a cue from that. It could help you. Walk through the shot, really explode through, get your whole body weight behind the ball, and then go all the way through. It can definitely help you.
You're right.
Good with the shot.
Go in the hole.
They're in the hole for a 1.
Go in.
Claude Harmon told me if you see a man walk like that, he's hit a good tee shot.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
He's walking right after it and weight going the correct way, and that was right at the stick. Arnold's got a 5-iron too, Jack.
Good shot, good shot. Looks good. Good.
Yeah, 2 beautiful shots, Jack.
Really fine shots.
Isn't that amazing? Between those 2 shots, you know, it's like Augusta. You tee off in a matter of Augusta. You tee out at 12. You know, we both hit those solid. One went by and one went short. Yes, just a fraction of a breath.
So both made par here at the par 3 7th hole, and Arnold remained 2 shots ahead. The 8th, also a par 3. There are 3 par 3s on the front 9 and 3 par 5s.
Gary missed the green to the right, and he's got a little uphill chip. Shouldn't be too hard. Sounded like he hit that little heavy, and he's going to come up way short again.
Oh, chipping like an old tart today, man. That really stuck, didn't it?
Yeah, run there, then.
Chop like it.
And from there, Gary would miss and make bogey. And Arnold made par, so once again, Arnold Palmer has a 3-shot lead after 8 holes of play. The 9th hole, the 3rd par 5 on the front 9, 539 yards, David.
And depending on the wind, definitely reachable. Of course, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. Requires a pretty straight drive because you got a narrow opening through there to a green, as you can see, guarded well by bunkers, both sides. I said the wind, all important here. A little helping wind, you can reach it. The flag today in the left back portion of the green.
Great shot. It's perfect. Right down the center. It's perfect.
Oh, he likes that. And well, he should. Look at this drop.
You know, it's great. I was just thinking about this, about the great thing about golf is, you know, we're playing a game, but you can go anywhere in the world and no golf courses are alike. You can play one in the mountains, you can play one in the desert, one in the ocean. I don't think there's any other sport that's like that because they're always playing a defined area. Even something like skiing and surfing. I mean, obviously, you can't surf in the middle of a desert. You can't ski next to the ocean. So golf really is such a unique sport, and I think that's why we just love it so much, is we can just go and play all over the world and experience different golf courses and never play the same golf course twice. And even on the same golf course, the weather conditions change the golf course completely. It's very unique. So if you know another sport like that, let me know in the comments below.
My goodness.
Oh, and Jack, that's what he's done so well for so long. I mean, he's really reduced his front nine to a short course. It's about 290 yards he hit that drive.
Oh, he can reach here in 2. Here's his second.
The 3-wood.
Perfect.
Maybe a little too much club here. Well past it, but in good shape.
He likes that.
Now his third shot.
It's another shot he's never gotten a lot of credit for. It's good chipper. You see Claire's ball just in the back there. He's 3. Arnold 3rd. Oh.
Good chip.
So a birdie at the 9th hole for Arnold Palmer. Gary Player makes par, and Arnold Palmer toured that front 9 in 3 under par with a birdie and an eagle. Gary Player, 37, 1 over par, and Arnold, after the front 9, leads by 4 shots.
So I have no idea what happened to that back 9. It looked like it was a repeat of the front. I tried to look online. I couldn't find out who won. So if you know who won, let me know in the comments down below. I assume Arnold held on to his lead. To be 3 under on the front 9 at that age, 65 years old, still hitting the ball far. What should this tell you for those of you in your 60s watching this, that hey, you can still hit the golf ball if you have the right positions. Clearly they're not as flexible as they used to be, but they're still getting it done. So there are ways to help you gain club head speed. Go see a golf coach near you. Go see a golf pro that can help you. It could be something as a simple stretching regimen to help you getting that turn back, but hope that helps you. I'll see you tomorrow. Fairways and greens.